Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech football.
The next 4 or 5 years is going to be the best time in your life, but it's also going to be very hard. But the thing that they have to understand very quickly is they're on their own for the first time. They're away from home. They're in an atmosphere where they have to learn self-responsibility. And the first year is your hardest. And so grab a hold on. You're going to make out of it what you put into it. It's about effort, it's about attitude, but all those things that you're getting ready to face. You are as much a part of this team as anybody that's coming in this door here in a minute, and you'll make a difference. It's just going to take you time. Don't lose patience. You know, we're a big family, and we're all in this together, and it's going to start from day one. Everybody's got to buy into it. Everybody's got to believe in team. Everybody's got to be unselfish, because there's some areas in this team now, there's going to be a lot of competition. I mean, it's about doing things the right way. You don't have to have a lot of great players to win games in football. You got to have a lot of good ones. We got to get better stopping the run. We got to get better rushing the passer. We got to get more people to the ball, and we got to play more people. And we're going to do that. We're going to get a lot better. Offense, last year we had a lot of injuries, but you're going to get better. We got more people in more positions. We got more depth. We got more competition. We got the coaching staff ready to go. We got a good offense, a good defense, a good kicking game, and we're going to take it one day at a time. And we're going to get better. You got to do it in practice first. We're going to start tomorrow. We're looking at your technique. We're looking at your angles and all those kind of things. You can tag off. Rome wasn't built in a day. All right, every day we come out here, make sure you're a little bit better. We're going to start adding stuff today on offense, defense. Tomorrow we'll keep adding. You young guys, keep up. Study at night. You're behind. You're way behind. These guys have been out here for a while, and we don't have time to wait on you. You got to keep up. Be the best you can be at the end of practice. Everybody's come back in pretty good shape. We got the energy, which we need. For the first day, you know, we moved around good. You know, we got more talent. We got a lot more quickness. Big things, we got more depth than what we've had, and but we got a lot of room for improvement. Everybody's got to get a lot better. We're looking for 3 deep, and we're going to have a lot of competition this year for a lot of positions, and that'll even make us even more better. But you know, the thing about it is we've got to just add speed and playmakers on offense and speed on defense, and I think we've done that. Now we just got to get them in the right spots and teach them technique and get it going. 25 days, we'll count them down every day, get a little bit better. Be the best you can be. Everybody's got to get better. Half the team getting better is not going to do it. Everybody's got to be on the same page. You got a job to do. Come every day, learn, and get better.
Accountability. Discipline.
For Texas Tech football, the first week of fall camp is in the books. It has been a productive stretch of work as the team heads into their first scrimmage.
Nobody's going to do it for you. We're not here babysitting. You got a job to do.
Let's go, make your time, let's go.
I think we as a team have worked harder than any team I've been around, so I think it's all going to pay off in the end.
Quarterback Seth Dagey is optimistic about the season.
We're just talented everywhere. Like you said, the new guys coming in that maybe haven't played so much in the past have really emerged in the first couple of practices and made a lot of plays. So we're excited about everybody on the team, and all the new guys are really coming along. We just need to continue that in the upcoming weeks leading up to game one. Keep getting better every day. We have the talent to win this league and to play at a high level each and every week. we feel like our defensive guys have really worked hard.
On three, turn it up. On three, turn it up. 1, 2, 3, turn it up.
A lot of people are going to be surprised just because, you know, I know the leaders on that defense have really worked hard to get these guys going, and I think they're going to have a great year.
On the other side of the ball, defensive coordinator Art Kaufman's bunch has embraced his scheme and united behind his leadership.
Come together to unite, play comfortable, be aggressive. I mean, I feel like the biggest thing is really just playing relaxed and being aggressive. That's the biggest two things that we really just focused on. As far as going into practice, when we talk, you know what I mean, we have conversations and meetings. We're focusing on effort as well, really making sure that we put in effort, because we feel like that's one thing that we can control, you know, and that's the only way that you can make plays, if you run to the ball and you get there, and everything else will happen after that effort. When you give effort, then turnovers and all those other things will come. You know, you'll be able to make plays, but the only way that you can make a play is if you're at the ball. And so Coach Kaufman, he's really stressed, him and Coach Lovett and our D-line coaches, they have really stressed getting to the ball. You know, when after every play, we stress being in the picture. If you're on the opposite side of the field, if you're not all the way at the ball, you should be in the picture, in the film, be able to be seen, and you should be able to know that this guy was running to the ball, or he has a chance of making a play. We're a lot more comfortable with each other, a lot more comfortable in ourselves. We trust each other, we trust ourselves, and we trust the coaches. We trust in the game plan, and that's the biggest thing, bonding to the game plan, and we bond into the system and bonding to each other.
Normally, we're telling this guy to come here, and we're going to leave you an A-gap open. If the center doesn't turn that way, okay? Before you ever go to the field, you got to be able to get it in the classroom. It may not be exactly right, but if you get the general context of what's going to happen, that's it. And that's where we spent all of our time. Our whole system is built on guys knowing what to do, and it's all boiled down to what's in the classroom. Can they learn the game within the classroom? And that's a big part of it. And that's it. So there's not very much in the plan, okay? The big thing is I'm going to find out, can you do it? Can you get it executed? Players, okay?
You know, he's a teacher. He teaches technique and fundamentals, and he gets it.
All right, I want to show you this blood stuff real quick. We'll talk a little bit about how we want to get this, how and why and all that stuff ought to be sorted. You know, if we're watching film and position meetings, the thing we're trying to make sure guys know is where to line up and then what their job description is, okay? The mic will stay this side. Center's got the wheel on this, so the mic's going to stay to that side. What do you think this center thinks when he sees that D tackle do that right there, Justin? Okay? Okay? He's going to stay in this crease. Where are you going to go now? Around the opposite side? Okay, good. Just because you give them the information doesn't mean that they get it. And it's like one of those things, you have to leave a message with what you're trying to tell them, and they got to leave you one back. And that's a lot of times I'll talk with kids. I'll say, tell me what you know here. Tell me what you've understood us to want to do here. Okay, now, this D tackle is not going to go out. He's going to stay. Where will you come now? If the hole's straight open, you're in there, fine. That makes sense? Bang. You can go get him right now because you know where he's got to go. And I'll have them teach. So because if they can't teach it, then they don't really know what they're doing or what we're expecting of them at that time. We talked a little bit about this, Sam, right? Biggest thing is it happens to you is your body. Okay? Don't stay square. Sam gets blocked here because his body, he's not in a power position. Right now, the biggest thing that I see with right there, he never separated to shed. He's letting the guy stay on him. Got to be able to get off the block. When there's corrections to be made, I'm always looking to see if guys know what to do after the fact. And it's kind of like we talk about on the field. You get to test first, and the lesson comes back in the classroom after that so that you can learn the next time it comes up when you get tested again. All right, we're going to jump that, right? We're going to leverage that with width. What you don't want that to happen down there. We good with that? Okay, here we are. See your eyes. just straight width. Again, don't want to give that much ground here. I'd like for you to try to keep a body position where you're more on the side of him if you can, rather than get on his back. Does that make sense? We're good here, you're a little bit fast. And you got to be on that route. Big thing here we talked about is keeping that hand. That's the play you got to make. You got to use 2 hands to get off that. That's a good job with your hands. Good here. We're good there. We're good there. We got the bracket. I'd like for you to stay square with this. You're our run leverage here. Okay. You're the run leverage to that side. Get that tackled. Bang, right there. Take it. That's again what we got to do is see your feet. Got to get your feet tighter. Got to get you out of that habit. Sam ought to hit this thing. You ought to hit it. Big thing again is watch your feet. See how far you went? Yeah. What if you just stood right there? You've been right there. Go make the play. Slow down. Not gonna make it with your body turned. You got to be squared. Got to be squared. Counting on you to be the tackler. Then you can look for work. If he takes that guy right there, you can look for work. Okay? Everybody understand that? As long as you understand where everybody's at. So the thing we're trying to do is look at guys, say, hey, you had this mistake. What should you have done? And that's the thing we're trying to teach, in our position meetings after watching the film from the previous practice. Game time, play. Go play. Don't think, play. Work on your craft, work on your technique within it as you go through the day. Okay? That's all I got.
All right, everybody listen up now. Got a good test today. We'll be out in about an hour and 10, 15 minutes. Full speed, okay? Game situation. We're looking for a lot of different things, but the main thing we're looking for is communicate, be out there in your position, play technique, know what's going on, don't line up. Well, the first scrimmage is about communication. It's about understanding that you can't get anything done after the whistle's blown to start the play unless you learn and understand everything before you get in your stance, before you come out of the huddle, before the ball is snapped. Because tomorrow we're going to start cutting it back to who's going to work. And if you don't do anything today and you don't show up and you make about 15 mistakes out of 20 plays, you can't play this level. You'll be redshirt. You'll be waiting until next year. So don't get over there and lose your concentration. Watch what's going on. Get the call, communicate, and let's have a good time. I want them to understand communication is the most important thing that they can learn before they can ever get anything done after the ball's snapped. We're going to kick extra points. We're going to kick field goals. So let's communicate. Now we're going to do a little different. We're going to start from the 20-yard line down here. The twos will start out. Ball will be moving. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Let's go. Let's go.
Showtime now.
All right, just take care of your job. It ain't about one play at a time right now is all we're playing. Okay, here we go, regulars in. Regular in. Let's go forward back. As we go through our first scrimmage, our whole thing is we got 6 days of practice time in. Now, let's find out where we are. It's not about plays so much as scheme as much as it is players. And the thing we want to do is make sure that we can get lined up. Do we know where to line up? Do we know how to execute? And how far along are we technique-wise? And that's the biggest thing we're looking for in the first scrimmage. See who can, what players can go out there and make plays and execute their craft. Run, run, run! Start him out! Down distance.
Let's go, Leon!
In the very first scrimmages, I grade everything as much before the ball is snapped as I do after the ball is snapped. Once you get the things accomplished and communicated to the players and they understand, hey, I've got to understand what this play is about or what this defense is about. Where am I supposed to be aligned? Who I'm supposed to be looking at? Because if you don't do all those pre-snap things, anything after the snap is not going to work.
Twins to the boundary, twins to the boundary, twins to the boundary.
Here it comes, Jackson.
Bump, 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 bump. Hard, hard, hard.
Make a play, hit! Nice job. Good progression, Nick.
It's the first time they've really had any pressure on them during the camp. And I just wanted to see how they perform. We didn't really try to do a whole lot as far as complicated schemes or anything. I just wanted to see how they compete and who could make plays.
Listen up. Made a lot of mistakes. We're going to look at the film tomorrow. It's going to be very critical. Some of you did good. Some of you got a lot to learn. Some of you had big eyes today. A lot of room for improvement. Everybody get in the training room. Monday we go back to work. Tomorrow we watching film. Tomorrow we're getting better by watching film. We're not just coming there and looking at it. We got to get a lot better. Eric Ward's going to call everybody up today. He is a graduate today of Texas Tech. Give him a hand.
Bam! Hey, y'all. If I can graduate, everybody can graduate. Y'all get y'all degree. Team on me, team on three. 1, 2, 3, team!
Following the first scrimmage of camp, offensive coordinator Neil Brown gathers his unit to discuss the highs and lows of their performance.
10 procedure penalties today, O-lineman. 10 of them. I think 9 of them are on y'all. 10 procedure penalties. We got to get that fixed. I'm not panicking over it. All right, it's first live action, but we got to get that fixed. We got to get that fixed. And then tempo, we got to play faster. Okay, we got to play faster. If you got tired today, you probably need to get in better shape, right? Okay, good things. We made a lot of big plays. Made a lot of big plays on balls down the field. A lot of big plays. Okay, a lot of them. Yep, made a lot of big plays. Okay, thought we competed from snap 1 to 120, whatever we were out here. Thought we did a good job competing. Okay, first week's over. We'll evaluate this tomorrow. You need to be very critical of yourself. Very critical of yourself. Then we got a week to get better until we're out here next time. Next Saturday, same time. Okay? Leadership, keep it together.
Good start. Just remember, we're getting better every week, all right? Fix your mistakes, learn from them. If you got called out today, fix that too, man. We're a team, all right? We got one goal in mind, all right? Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!
The offense would reconvene the next day prior to position meetings for a more thorough assessment from Coach Brown.
Kenny Williams, thought you were really good yesterday. Been really impressed with your first week. Sadell Foster had a good day. Deveritt Gallington, as good 11-on-11 work as I can remember you had. Did a really nice job. Waddle, Castor back came 2 subpar days, bounced back, had a really good day. Jerry, where you at? Had a good day. Okay, Tony Morales played a lot of plays, did a nice job. And those guys, Amaro and Tyson playing wide. Y'all had really productive days. All right, Tyson, did a nice job. It's good to see you in the stadium making plays.
Because these guys, they thrive off positive feedback, and they also thrive off negative feedback. And one thing that we try to make a valiant effort to do, not only criticize those guys when they do poorly, but also reward them when they do something positive or when they perform well.
Had his best day as a Red Raider. Okay, played the most snaps of any guy up front. Stand up, James Pope. Cat's out of the bag, so expectations go up a little bit. All right, some things from that deal. All right, we always do these good, and we'll start having some guys have bad days. We'll start calling them out like we did on Friday. What we've got to see is, I don't want to see guys be on the good list, bad list, good list, bad list. We got to get some consistency, right? Consistency. The other thing that I really want to focus on this week is unselfishness. We got to play with we got to be unselfish.
Well, we're deep at at running back and receiver, and some guys are going to have to sacrifice. And that's kind of been the word that we've used a lot during this fall camp is sacrifice. What can you do without the ball? How big an impact are you going to make even when the ball's not in your hands?
Yeah, it's several over 40 yards. And anytime you have that many explosive plays, you got a chance to win no matter who you're playing. And then our run game, we're really on the right path. I think our backs made a lot of decisive cuts. I think we're getting to the right people. We're not where it needs to be, but we're on the right path there. And I was also pleased those young guys that got reps, okay, got better. And then those young receivers, Reg and Dominique, both made big plays down the field, so that was positive. Take constructive criticism, make notes of your mistakes, make sure we try not to repeat those same mistakes this week. Okay, everybody be on time. Every day on 3. 1, 2, 3. Every day. All right, have a good day.